Oakley dokley neighbors, here goes the next part. I do want to say that I'm not sure how great these videos are. I don't have a camera person. I'm doing this all on my own. And I don't have a ton of experience with this. I also don't have a lot of time to reshoot anything. I'm trying to get these up as quick as I can. So bear with me. If you're somebody who's just trying to get credit for the class, just do your best. Do your best with what you're getting here. If you turn in something that looks like you spent 30 to 45 minutes on it, I will give you credit. If you're somebody who's really serious about drawing and you have further questions after you watch these things, please, please feel free to contact me. I would even be glad to set up a video conference with you and talk more with individuals or small groups of people. So here are the next steps. You are going to, well, the first thing you want to do actually is erase this drawing off your window. When I told you to make a drawing right on your window, I listed a number of things that would get the drawing off your window. What I have here is rubbing alcohol. Hand sanitizer does also work. So by the way, this rubbing alcohol works and hand sanitizer works because it also is alcohol based. Markers are, you generally have two different types. There's water based markers or there are alcohol based markers. A water based marker would not stick to something like glass, but could be cleaned off of other surfaces using water or soap and water. An alcohol based marker is typically more permanent and will stick to something like glass and can be removed with something alcohol based. So, little drawing I made before. Now what I'm going to do is close one eye, focus on a point on some edge of my scene. Any edge will do to make a start. I'll place my pencil point on the same point in the drawing, then gaze again at the point out in the scene out the window. By the way, I know that your view out the window is not the same as mine. You actually can't see the super cool tree of the big knot and the ivy growing up it. There's not much I can do to make it so that you could get the camera would have to be looking through my head to see it, actually. So you're going to try to perceive and record all the slight undulations of each edge. Try not to generalize. The edges of trees are not straight. If you're drawing a tree like I am, you should not be making straight lines. You should use your eraser whenever needed, even to make tiny adjustments in the line. Incidentally, if you're drawing something man-made like a house or a building, the edges probably are very straight, and it might even make sense to use a straight edge of some sort to make your lines as straight as they truly are. Looking at your scene, with one eye closed, remember, monocular vision flattens. Try to see these relationships by imagining the picture plane, hovering over your hand with its helpful crosshairs and the edge of the format to guide you. About 90% of the time, you should be looking at your scene. You should be looking at what you're drawing 90% of the time. Really just looking at your paper occasionally. Looking at the scene is where you will find the information that you need. In fact, all the information that you need to do a wonderful drawing of your scene is right in front of your eyes. Glance at the drawing only to monitor the pencil's recording of your perceptions. You're trying to strengthen that connection between the tip of the pencil and your gaze. So you look down to check the relationships of sizes and angles to pick a starting point for a new contour. Concentrate on what you see, wordlessly sensing to yourself, how wide is this part compared to that, and so on. Move from contour to adjacent contour. If you see spaces between objects, use this information as well. These are negative spaces. Think, how wide is that space compared to the width of that shape? Remember to try not to name things. Try not to say tree. Try not to say house, even in your own mind. Try not to say fence. They're all just edges, spaces, shapes, relationships. Again, be sure to keep one eye closed at least a good portion of the time. Now I'll draw and I'll speed up the video.